When you see her.
Calvin!
She's real. Ruby!
What is going on with you?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, you're watching a clip from the movie Ruby Sparks that centers around a young novelist struggling with writer's block who becomes inspired by a woman he sees in his dreams. And then as he begins to write about her, she becomes reality in his life. The movie stars Paul Dano as Calvin the writer and Zoe Kazan as Ruby Sparks. And then here's the interesting part. Zoe also wrote the screenplay for the movie. So that's what we are here to talk about in part. We're so happy to have Zoe and the directors Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Ferris here on Sonora Living. Welcome to Phoenix and welcome to the show.
Very nice to be here.
You guys are bi-coastal. You've got some LA roots and you're in New York, and then you've kind of converged on Scottsdale for a really fantastic screening, from what I understand.
Yeah, we had a great Q&A.
Yeah. It's a good group here.
Well, I'm going to kind of monopolize the conversation right here real quick because I have to find out, what was it like as an actress to write, and then did anybody want to boss you around? You know, did these guys want to boss you around as directors? How did that play out?
Maybe, you know, I have something wrong with my brain, but it was really easy for me to separate the two out. Yeah, we worked together on the screenplay for about 9 months before we started shooting, and these guys were great because they really wanted me to be done with those responsibilities when, you know, I had to switch over to my actor brain, and that's basically what happened. I think it's easy when you have people you trust, you know, to just go, all right, well, I'm going to let go of that part now. And
did you feel like it was a collaborative effort, that you were really able to kind of see this play out the way she had envisioned it as she wrote it? Did you feel like you were really on, you know, on point there?
It's important to have that time before you shoot to make sure everyone's going to make the same movie. Not only the actors, but the crew people. So that's one of the things the director does, is just, you know, put everyone in the same project.
Yeah, and you know, from the first time we talked to Zoe, we felt like we had a shared kind of vision for what the movie should be. And you know, by the time you are making it, you do feel like it's our movie. You know, we're all doing it together, and she has to let go of that, you know, so that she can just fully become
Yeah,
Ruby.
there would have to be a lot of trust to let go of something that had been your passion, your life, your baby for how long?
You know, it wasn't even that long, and maybe that was part of the reason it was easy. I wrote it, and you know, a couple months after I wrote it in a matter of like a month or two, and I sent it to them, and they came on right away. So almost from the start, we were working on it together.
I just wrote this screenplay. I just sent it off to the directors, a couple months, and it seemed so effortless.
It's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
We had a lot of luck along the way. Hard work peppered with lucky, lucky things.
Equals apparently a really good movie. Would you describe it as a romantic comedy, a drama, or somewhere in between?
It's a little of both. I mean, that's what was exciting for us, is there's a lot of romantic comedy there, but there's some moments of drama and some surprises. It's a roller coaster ride. You know, it's going to surprise people.
Well, what would you find most surprising just in terms of production?
Well, you know, it was a question for us. Is Zoe going to be able to, you know, just kind of jump into this role and not think about the script? And so I think just working with Paul and Zoe together was a total, you know, pleasant surprise. Like, they were both so committed to the roles, and it was just, you know, kind of easier than if we had cast those roles, and much better because they both were so invested in their parts. And
I want to shift gears a little bit here and just kind of wrap it up, and then I want to ask you a little bit about Phoenix real quickly. But did the vision from what was here, was it exactly played out the way you had hoped and dreamed it would be when you saw it all put together? Or is that ever possible?
I don't think so. You know, part of what I think the movie's about is that, you know, we all have a kind of dream of our life, like a dream of what love is going to be like, or what, you know, our creation, or, you know, our movie or whatever is going to be like. And then part of the joy of life is that you get surprised by it, that things have their own willpower and their own life outside of you. And Calvin has to learn how to let go of his control over Ruby in the movie. And I sort of felt like, you know, I had my initial dream, but the movie, I'm so proud of it, and it's so much better and richer and more surprising than something that I could have come up with on my own.
I'm super excited that you've put it together, and I'm really elated that you guys have come here to town. Now, is this your first visit to Phoenix?
It is mine.
not ours.
We actually were here shooting Little Miss Sunshine
Gotcha,
6 years
okay.
ago, so we did all our road shots
Second unit
actually
stuff
here on the highways.
Fantastic movie,
local.
by the way.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you.
this you know. This you know.
Well, I don't know. It's nice to hear, but
Yeah.
it's Zoe's first trip to Phoenix.
It is. I'm super excited.
And would you categorize it as a dry heat? Or just downright blazing blowtorch hot?
I'm into it. I don't like being cold, so I
No.
feel like
Yeah.
I'm storing up for winter already.
Yeah.
We're just sad we missed the haboob, because we've been hearing a lot of talk about
Because you
the
just
haboob.
wanted to say haboob.
Haboob.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Val. All right. Well, give it 5 minutes and there'll be another haboob that comes
Okay.
through town. And I do hope that you guys come through town again soon as well. It's a pleasure and honor for you to come here and to share your work with us. And we're very excited to share it with our viewers. Ruby Sparks, by the way, opens in select theaters August 3rd. And we are lucky enough to be one of the markets that is one of those select theaters. So it does open in Phoenix here on August 3rd.